Oh, well, yeah, we'll just talk about the retirement. Or quitting, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Giving up.
Giving up.
That's what the haters would like to say. There were
That's
quite
the
a few
proper
haters that
term.
were like, good.
Good.
And I'm like, oh.
It's about damn time.
To which I replied, when you guys comment like that, it makes me just want to keep going.
Good. Keep going.
Anyways, the shorts will be ending at day 500. Everything else has already ended.
What day are you at?
Well, I forget. I didn't forget to post yesterday's. I just
Happened?
it didn't happen. So I still got to post yesterday's and today's. I think 495.
Oh, so by the end of
the
the week you're done.
Yeah, end of the week I'm done. I'll never have to think about it again. And then it's just these, just the podcasts.
I was gonna say you should go to day 730. The official 2 years.
Oh my god. No, actually, it's more than that because I started this thing on a leap year.
So 731.
Yeah. But that is a long ways away. It's like 200. That's over 200 days away, and I don't have 200 more goddamn ideas.
No, you start posting about. So you did all the elements. You do one on every country. There's 200 ideas right there.
Oh my god.
There's technically 194 nations recognized by the UN. But, you could do all the other less recognized ones, like Kosovo and, what's the space between India and...
Well, there's actually, I think, like 2 freaking countries there. But Kashmir is one of them.
Kashmir, yeah. And then you could do one on Hong Kong.
That's how you get banned on TikTok again. Talk about Hong Kong.
Oh, yeah? They don't like that?
What do you think?
Oh, yeah, here's Kashmir, yeah.
It's not supposed to exist, but yet the globe.
Yeah, on Google
insists.
Maps, it's recognized as a dotted line because it's not technically a country, but they have like their own area that they don't want to be associated with India. So
I think it's Pakistan. More Pakistan than India.
Well, it's a tricky issue. It's a tricky situation.
Wonderful. Huh. I like how it decided that it was going to just balance that time.
Well,
Normally,
in the U.S., this is basically a dotted line. People are allowed to go out and please as they
oh
please.
my god. You and my coworkers.
People are allowed to go and come as they please.
It does seem that way sometimes, and you're just like, what?
Well, at least when you put Kamala in charge, that's the way it seems.
All right, we're gonna take a right turn away from that. But anyways, yeah. So the videos are done. I need to do a farewell video.
Farewell.
Yeah, explaining what the hell thing's gonna look like.
Oh, your apology video.
Apologies. There's no apologies. I'm done. Fuck off. Leave me alone.
Go away. Tell them change. Go away.
Yeah. It's going to be weird because we're going to still be doing this goddamn podcast till like the end of the damn year.
Yeah, that's
Because 10 weeks from now is like almost December.
Yeah. Well, that's the way the calendars work.
Thank you. I didn't know.
I didn't know either. I thought maybe you were clueless.
I'm not clueless. I will say
You're just in denial.
It's a river in Egypt.
Ah. Nile.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You never heard that joke before?
No.
Really?
Oh, that's the first time.
Huh.
That's a good one.
You learned something.
I learned something. I learned there's a river in Egypt called Nile. Nile. Who knew?
Not you.
What else can you tell me about Nile?
Well, da can mean a variety of things.
I was talking about Nile.
Oh, like Nile or
the river.
Oh, it's blue and white.
And red all over.
What? No. There's the blue Nile and the white Nile.
could be red. You have an animal ceremony.
Animal ceremony. What about a human ceremony?
I suppose, religious conflicts.
Religious conflicts. It isn't that part of the world, after all. Right?
Yeah.
Or do you need me to show you on the globe where the hell the dial is?
Point it out. Well, here we got Egypt. Here we got Nile. And as you can see, it's kind of close to some tense areas. Things are a bit tense.
I saw a video on Instagram. It was like how to bring world peace.
Yeah.
And it just like cut out the Middle East, and then France also disappeared randomly.
Just make him gone.
Yeah.
Hey, that sounds like my joke on how we could end world hunger.
Oh.
Do you remember that one?
Is it just genocide?
No, you just don't feed them. Stop supporting the problem.
Well, that would make more world hunger.
If you don't feed the hungry, then they die, and then there's no hunger.
Ah, yes.
Isn't that how that works?
Your mission is, so your idea is to make them more hungry so that they just die.
Yes. And then all the hungry people are gone, so then there's no more world hunger. Doesn't that solve the issue?
Well, what are you going to do with all the dead bodies? There's like...
I didn't say I thought this through all the way.
There's like 5 billion people on this planet, I think, that qualify as hungry.
Well, that might be a little unethical then.
We were in an argument. I was in an argument.
Unethical.
I was in an argument at work with one of the part-timers. When I said, I was like, I think most of the world lives on more than half the world.
$2 a day or something.
Yeah. And he's like, that's not right. I'm like, he's like, there's got to be only a few billion. I'm like, you're an idiot. It's at least 5 billion people on this planet.
5? That number sounds a little excessive.
Well,
5?
We can look at pretty much all of South America and Africa. There's... Well, so I cut out Europe,
billion?
the United States, China, and India. That's 3 billion people right there.
All of Australia lives on $2.
Well, yeah, but there's not that many people in Australia.
Australia doesn't even exist. Let's just keep scrolling.
It doesn't even exist.
All of South America?
Wow, it's like all. I'm sure there's a rich dictator.
Buenos Aires.
And yeah. Who doesn't live off $1 a day?
Yes. He doesn't qualify, okay.
And in
so -1.
And in Venezuela, they just keep printing more money, so
So they aren't actually broke.
I don't live on $1 a day. I live on $1 trillion
I live on $5 billion a day. Yes. Yes.
They're all rich.
They live on $5 billion a day.
What's that conversion amount to USD? Well, we don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that. They live on $5 billion a day.
Well, it was $5 billion Monday. By Tuesday, it's 1 trillion.
Everyone's trillionaires.
Well, this week. Next week, we're quadrillionaires. And the week after that...
We make money faster than we can spend it.
Yeah. And by next week, they'll just nuke the entire economy like they did in Zimbabwe.
And just adopt the dollar and make the dollar inflate.
Yeah. I really want one of those big Zimbabwe dollars.
I had a coworker who had one.
Was it like it was 100 trillion, right?
I don't know. I think it was $1 billion.
Oh.
$1 billion denomination. 2 billion Zimbabwe dollar note. And I don't remember how much it was actually worth when he got it. But he keeps it in his locker.
That's not the That's not the most expensive one, though.
No.
That's why I said I think it's like the 100
That's
trillion
just the one that he got.
Yeah.
I don't know if he actually went to Zimbabwe or if he got it from a friend.
I wouldn't want to go to Zimbabwe.
I don't know how he acquired it. All I'm saying is he had some $2 billion Zimbabwe note.
They ever tell you about what So the currency in Zimbabwe, the dollar bills, get used so much because they can't get if they get removed from circulation, they can't get more dollar bills very easily to put into circulation because they use like euros and USD and I think there's another currency, but they use at least those two currencies, and those bills get circulated so much that they're black. Some of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from how much they get handled.
Huh.
Because they can't get more very easily anyways.
Yeah. Huh.
So.
Never seen a black dollar bill.
Got a gold one over there.
That's a coin.
No. The gold. See that dollar bill? Sitting on the table? Grab it.
What happened to it? What? It looks like it was in the hands of a specific gender, shall we say?
Well, so
we say between the ages of 10 and 18 when they're in their glitter phase.
Oh, okay. Well, that's one way of looking at it. All my coworkers said that was in the bosom of a stripper.
That could be too. A grown child.
A grown child. Don't say that. Don't say that about a stripper. That makes people uncomfortable.
Should we remove that joke?
Well, no, it's in now. Future me's gonna be like, oh, fuck that. That's a lot of work.
I'm just saying it was in the hands of someone who was in their glittery.
Oh no,
phase.
it wasn't in her. It wasn't in her hands. I said her bosom for a reason.
Okay, that's perhaps worse than what I said.
No. Somebody removed that dollar bill from a stripper's tits, and thus now it is on my table.
Or it was a second grader who was, playing with her art project and, had a dollar bill from the Tooth Fairy laying on her desk and, oops.
Let's hope so. Well, depends on who you are. There's some...
I'm just saying there's another probable...
You would rather a child did that than...
I would rather know it was in the hands of a child.
I've been tiptoeing you close to the edge for the whole conversation, and it's great. And now you're looking at the edge, going, "The fuck is going on?"
How do I put this? I would rather know it was not. It was used in hands and not, shall we say, body parts that could grab.
Body parts that could grab.
Is that how I word that?
Toes?
That is, I guess, less vulgar.
There are... How do you put this? Oh, let's count. How many body parts could you technically use? So...
hair?
No. So you can use your mouth. You can use your bosom. You can use your ass cheeks. You can use your front cheeks.
Yeah.
Of course, we don't have that part. I guess you could just just lay your dick over it.
You need something else to, trap it between.
Now, granted, okay. So does do the armpits count as one thing, or is it like two, or is it one armpit is one count? This pit is one count.
Oh yeah, do you count the elbow? Yeah.
Do those count as?
That's true. Well, I guess fine. Let's answer this. If she's plus size, is she gonna count each flab?
Somehow,
or do you just count the stomach?
Somehow that one might be worse than the other ones. I don't know how. I'm still calculating the damage done by that joke. But somehow that just feels worse.
I'm trying to give you a reason to just remove this. Just cut this whole segment out.
Oh God, no! We've only censored one segment once.
I feel like this one should be on the list.
That's when the podcast went for like 2.5 hours, and it was just me bitching about my life. So I cut the last hour and a half.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, I feel like this is bad enough. It should probably be cut.
We're talking about a simple dollar bill.
Yes, but somehow it got out of hands.
No.
But
Was that intentional?
slightly. I thought of it in my head, and then I was like, yes, I have to say this.
Oh my god. This might actually be one of the better podcasts we've ever had. Oh my god.
But you might get censored. This might be the last one.
Oh, no. We have 10 more to do. What are you talking about? We have to get to 200. And then we can just quit.
And then we're done.
Imagine in the next 10 weeks.
And the jokes only get worse.
I don't know how they can get worse.
Well, they definitely can. It's whether or not you want to allow them to get worse. How edgy can you get?
Just start edging.
Okay, we're done. We're done.
We're only at 28 minutes. We can't make this a record breaker. This has just got to be average. No response. What's wrong with average?
If 28 minutes is average, I am unhelpable.
That's not what I was talking about. I'm crying though. Oh my god. You know what's funny about this?
What?
Like half the regular audience on the main channel is just are those fucking like 15-year-olds, and they're not exactly Einsteins. So there's a good chance if they watch this and go, "What is Doc laughing about so much for?"
Oh.
Just no representation of just like. You're gonna be like the fat cat. Oh my god. That one and the those are my 3 favorite cat memes. There's that one. There's the cat that's just it only works sometimes though. I'd have to find an example. I have it saved somewhere. And then the one that where the cat just stares at the other cat like as if he's just done with it all.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the depressed one. There's a drawing of him wearing a hat and has a cigarette. It's pretty badass. But see, now we're up to 30 minutes.
Nice.
That's the average.
That's the
28
average.
was actually below average.
Okay. I already feel bad about myself. You don't need to add another category.
Another category. What are the other categories, may we ask?
No need to dive into. Most of them are pretty obvious.
Are they?
Well, I think it is.
What? Instruct the class for us.
Well, you know, I think if I stood up next to a tape measure, it'd be quite obvious.
Okay. You don't like tape measures. That's a weird fear, but all right.
Tape measure phobia.
All right, that's interesting. Okay. I don't blame you. I have been pinched many a times by a tape measure. And
I cut myself on one time.
yeah, it hurts. I had outstretched my dad's 12-footer, and I let go, and it sliced my finger. And went.
So I was. It was broke. The stopping mechanism. I don't know how it would not recoil. So I opened it up to take it apart, and then the whole thing just spundled out, and the edges, shall we say, are rather sharp.
Oh yeah.
And when it's like, holy cow!
How did you think that taking apart a tape measure was a good idea?
I thought I was careful.
You can't. It's literally a spring. You can't. No matter how hard you try.
I thought I was being careful.
Fair enough, but I will mention it's a spring. No matter how hard you try, you cannot be careful enough with a spring.
Yeah.
That's like those videos of those guys replacing shocks on cars.
Oh yeah, giant springs.
Yeah, and they have to compress them.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite video was a guy like, oh yeah, the spring.
I'm gonna sit on it.
Oh no. My favorite video is this guy. He's like, see, the spring depressors, they're too bulky, they don't fit. So I came up with a better solution: zip ties.
Zip ties.
Lots and lots of zip ties. And all the comments were, that man's holding a grenade of kinetic energy.
Yes.
And so
That is exactly what that is.
So then he inserts it into the car, and of course, the only way to, relieve the tension is just slowly cut them bit by bit.
But what does he do? He pulls out his weed cutters.
Oh, he doesn't do that. No. He does do it one at a time. Because let's say the spring were, cantered a little bit in the socket and it missed. Dead.
I was gonna say.
Or vegetableized.
He brings out his maybe a machete or something. Just whoosh.
Yeah, so you can be vegetableized. Do we have to pull up the chart of IQs again?
Carrot people.
Except you're one step below carrot people.
Is that a carrot?
I think it's
Beetlejuice.
I think it's a carrot.
It's
2 plus 2. I think it's a
carrot.
carrot.
A BMW. It's a car, right? Yes.
Well, I mean that is correct.
He got that one right. He got one right.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Things you could get away with on national television back in the day.
Yes.
Couldn't do that now.
No.
Imagine if we had a game show of unintelligent people.
Yeah.
Wouldn't go well.
No.
Is unintelligent? Is that a PC term?
The term is minimally exceptional.
Minimally exceptional. What the fuck? Can you imagine being described as minimally exceptional?
I'm sorry, but your child is minimally exceptional. Oh, thank God for that.
Oh, you remember how you said she's like, if 28 is average, and you're so you
minimally exceptional.
You could describe last night as minimally exceptional. That we have to get that out into the ether.
You're neurodivergent, neurodegenerate.
Okay, that one I know isn't PC.
You're neurodegenerate.
Neurodivergent. You're just different. That's all we're saying. We're not saying it's good or bad.
You're mentally incapable of basic thought.
Okay, well, that's vegetableized. That's not vegetable people. That's vegetableized.
Oh no! You know what we need to bring up? I forget the.
This is how it goes, kids. I should have ended this podcast 5 minutes ago, but I decided, no, let's make one more joke. And now here we are, randomly Googling things. 5 minutes passed when I thought about ending it.
You need it. Can I play this?
Oh, let's. It's Billy Madison.
It's great.
I've seen Billy Madison, but I don't remember this scene.
It's great. Can I play this scene?
Let's after.
All right. This.
Oh. What? Yeah. No. Yes.
I can play it.
Well, if we're just gonna mute it, sure.
No, you have to listen to it.
Oh, well then we'll end the podcast
it's
here.
It's the audio. Oh, I don't want to end it now.
Well, it's ended.
Okay, fine.
Anyways, I'd like to go off watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Well. If
you're curious what we're watching, it's called A Simple Wrong Would Have Done Just Fine from Billy Madison. It's great.
That's like when you ask when they say when somebody's like, "Oh, why don't you just ask her out? What's the worst you could say?"
Yes. Oh!
I made that joke the other day.
That was
I literally
2.5 Men.
No, well, yeah. No, I made the joke the other day to our uncle. He told me to go apply for another a government job.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What's the worst they could do?" I'm like, "Say yes."
No, it was
waste my damn time.
He's like, it was because he was talking to 2.5 Men. It was like, what's the worst you could say? No. Oh, that's young love. No, the worst thing that could happen is she says yes, you fall in love, and then
That's Alan. This is Alan saying this.
no, this is Charlie telling Alan's kid this.
Really?
Yes.
I figured this was Alan when he's depressed after.
Well, no, this is Charlie from what he observed from Alan.
Oh, that's right. That's why. That's why it sounds like Alan because he's talking about
He's
Alan.
talking about sound like anyone familiar? No, it is like, you fall in love and then she realizes you're a total deadbeat, divorces you, takes your kids, takes all your money, and then leaves you with nothing under a bridge.
Well, I ended up in a beach house. Shut up, Alan.
I lived in the beach. Shut up, Alan.
It's not how that went, but I can imagine that's exactly how it would go. It's just.
I like the part out like they're having therapy, the kind of like couples therapy, but it was like help the two brothers,
Anger management.
And it was like name three things you'd change about the other, and Alan gave reasonable things, So what does Charlie tell him? 3 things that he could change him.
Move out of my house.
Your name, your address, and your family.
No, can't get rid of their wonderful mother. She's a wonderful human being.
She's a wonderful human being. That show's great.
Anyways, and okay, the joke was I told them to subscribe, but we're ending it in November, so good night.